We are going to tackle the winged eyeliner, and I've got a quick, easy tip to do just that. And I do mean quick. I don't have any time. I don't know about you, but I do not have any time to be wasting on trying to get this perfect cat eye look. So we're not doing that. Quick, simple, out the door. Let's get started. Hello everyone, I'm Jodylynn and welcome to Aging Naturally, where on this channel we talk about ways to age naturally and beautifully without invasive procedures. And I also will occasionally do makeup tips to kind of enhance our already beautiful features. And I do bring you cleaner, cruelty-free products. Let me go ahead and share with you the supplies that you are going to need to create this beautiful winged eyeliner. So you are going to need a kohl pencil, preferably black. I like this one specifically. This is London Butter. You are also going to need an angled brush, something thin and angular. Also a concealer brush. This one is by Crown, but if you don't have a concealer brush, just something that is a little bit more flat. And a eyeliner pen, a felt tip. This is optional. You do not need this, but if that is something that you really like to do and make it a little bit more dramatic, definitely you can use that. And I like to use a concealer that matches my skin tone. So you will need a concealer that matches your skin tone. If you don't, just get it as close, it's fine. And I'm gonna be using the Tarte Hydrocealer. And then I'm gonna set that with Lawless setting powder. And then I am going to use, and this is really key, this is like the key part, the tip, is a darker eyeshadow. So I am using the Sultry Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and I'm actually going to be working with Dystopia, which is this really dark brown, and then this black, which is called Noir. So you want something that, and you know, it doesn't have to be black actually, it can be whatever color that you want your winged eyeliner to be. All right, we are really close now. So I'm going to start off with the London Butter, the kohl liner, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tight line the inner water line of the upper lid. And the reason that you do this is so that it will make the lash line look a little bit more fuller. So I like to do this on the outer part, and I just like to make sure that there's no white. So I like to get it black enough so there's no white showing. And then if you want to take it in, you can really thin line in. I like to focus a little bit more on the outer part. So now what you're gonna need is eyeshadow powder and your angular brush. This is the part where you're gonna make that line. So I'm actually gonna go in with the Dystopia. And the reason that I'm using powder eyeshadow is because it's a lot more forgiving. So if I go in with a pen, you can't ever, if you make a mistake, it's a hot mess of getting it off. So the powder is a lot more forgiving, and if you need to blend it in and use a brush and just kind of blend it in and kind of start over, you can. Or if you want to, a makeup wipe is going to get it off really quickly as well. What I'm going to do is take my angle brush, and I'm just going to tap it into that powder one time. Okay, so this is what we're going to do is we're going to create our line by just making a stamp. Just very simple, bam, done. Where you place the stamp does have a lot to do with your eye and your eye shape, and also kind of the look that you are going for. So I'm just going to tell you what I do and give you some options and some things to kind of think about. So what I like to do is I like to focus on putting my line at the upper part. I like to focus on this line, the upper part of the water line. Now I have very downturned eyes, so if I was to focus my line on the bottom part, way down here of the water line, my line is going to be way down here, and it is going to make my eyes really appear downturned. So I don't want that. I want it to be more lifted. So as you can see on this side, I actually used my guide from the inner part of the water line to create the line, and it looks a little bit more lifted, giving me more of a lifted eye look. So I am just going to, and what you want to do is look straight into the mirror. I'm going to be focusing on, I like to just kind of place this. I'm not actually touching my eyeball, but okay, I know that that's the inner part, that's where it's going to go. is right in there, and then I just bring it up, and then I just stamp. There you go. And then, now you're done. Okay, not really. There's a little bit more to do, but I think you get the gist of it. So you've got your line, and that, let's be honest, that is the most difficult part. So now it's just how long do you want your line? So I like mine to be really subtle, so I'm just gonna keep it right there. If you want to, you obviously can bring it out. It's a little bit more simple now that you've got the line created. And then what you want to do is, I like to just make it, where do you want to fill it in? So I do not like a thick line and all the way to the end. I don't like that for me personally. I feel like it makes me look like I have black eyes and more raccoon eyes. A lot of women can do it and it looks beautiful, but just not for my eye shape. Again, make this, you know, you. So I like to just go in and connect, and I'm just kind of stamping and moving, and I'm just going to bring mine, that's just right where I want mine. I only want mine to be a little bit more thicker on the outer corner here. I get a little bit more eyeshadow powder, and I'm actually going to stamp this in, I want close to the eyelashes. There you go. So now what you could do, if you wanted to, you could just go in with your felt tip pen, and you could just, you know, color it in. Now it's like really simple. I don't really like to do that. It's just a little bit too dramatic for me. I like mine a little bit more subtle. Again, you know, you want to do you. So if that's something that you want to do, it's so much easier now to go in and color it in. What I am gonna do though, is I'm gonna go in with my, the Neor, I'm gonna go in with the black, and I'm just gonna kind of, where I put that, I'm just gonna kind of go over it just to make it a little bit more dark and fill it in. It's just so much easier to fill in. What I like to do is, this is a great tip that if you do kind of make a mistake, you can use your concealer, which is why I don't put my concealer on just yet. I wait until I'm done, and you can just kind of clean anything up with your concealer. I don't think that I need to clean up a lot this time. I usually do. So I was in luck this time, but you can just take it, and then you can just kind of go ever so subtly, just kind of like that. See? Then I just want to set that. All right, now what I'm gonna do is go in with some mascara. This is Benefit, they're real. This is just black. And I like to focus, I kind of like to just coat, and then I like to focus on the outer. What you can do also is, if you think that your line is too long or it's too heavy or too thick before putting on your felt tip pen, you can always go in with a very detailed brush and just kind of brush it, you know, where you want it and how long you want it. If you want it shorter, and just kind of brush it out. All right, there you have it. That's the finished look. I hope that that was simple. Play around with it. Let me know your thoughts. Does it work for you? Do you like the winged eyeliner? You're like, still, that's a little too much for me. I'm just curious. Let me know in the comment section below. If you found that helpful at all, please make sure that you go ahead and hit that like bell. And if you are interested in more makeup tips or how to take care of your skin and aging naturally and beautifully, you've come to the right place. Consider subscribing. I would love to have you. Make sure that you click that notification bell, and I hope you have a great day. Until next time.